We're into overtime now on the SA Sports Show. It's Rob Popplestone filling in for Phil Smythe. It's around about this time of the year when the Olympics are on that Smythe steps up to the plate. But it's not in the studio, unfortunately. It's myself and Craig Woolman.
Gone walkabout, is he?
He's gone walkabout, but that's okay. I mean, it's this time of the year. It's a busy time of the year. And in the next 2 weeks, of course, here on the SA Sports Show, we'll have a really strong Olympic focus. Think about some of the best names that have ever played South Australian sport of all kinds, whether it's Stuart O'Grady or Rachel Spawn. There's a host of them. We'll be trying to catch up with them, and we'll be catching up with them the next 2 weeks on the SA Sports Show.
How exciting is it?
I love it. I love this time of the 4 years.
Tomorrow it all starts in Rio.
Yeah.
Would love to be there.
You know what? I was in Greece in 2004. Smythe competed in 4. I mean, that is just incredible record. I went to Greece in 2004, and just getting there, to me, was an achievement as a spectator. But to be part of it, I went with my son, who's a 14-year-old, and at the time an aspiring athlete who was sort of a national standard, and we hoped he might make it. So I went there for the experience. It was the best experience I've ever been, sporting experience, ever in my life. It was incredible.
Well, you talk about that, but just watching some of the footage on TV, you can feel the momentum build, can't you?
Oh, look, it's fantastic.
Rio, a place to be.
I've never got excited about women's softball in all my life. Well, I might as well have been at the AFL Grand Final. I was cheering on like I'd followed it all my life. I went to the beach volleyball. Fantastic. I went to see the Opals play USA in the women's gold medal side. Listen to this. Before I went, if I wanted to pre-purchase a ticket, it was about $140 a head back in 2004. And I thought, oh, a bit rich. You know what? I'll just wait and see if I can get a ticket closer to the match and see if Australia make it. They make it. So I turn up at the stadium. I pick up 2 tickets for $20.
Oh, unbelievable.
Because we're in Greece, America playing Australia, there isn't the European focus on, say, Greece, for instance. If you've got the home side involved, then you're in a bit of bother to get tickets. But when Australia are playing someone else, same will happen in Rio. If Australia are playing the US, there won't be the following as if Brazil were involved. So, you know, a little tip for young players there. It was great. It was great. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's funny how we don't follow swimming at all until this moment. And all of a sudden we're experts on swimming because we should get a couple of pockets full of gold.
Exactly. And again, you and I wouldn't get up at 4 o'clock and go swimming, would we?
No, not a chance. And hell, I mean, hard enough to get me in the swimming pool in the afternoon.
These people do it day in, day out. So you've got to admire their tenacity and whatever to actually participate in these in an Olympic Games is a massive achievement.
Look, it
really is.
And I know that some do-gooders question the amount of money that goes into funding the development of athletes at an elite level, but the fact is it inspires a nation.
It does.
And it doesn't matter. You know, it could be BMX riding, we're going to be watching it. It could be track riding, we're going to be watching it. It could be swimming, we're going to be watching it. Beach volleyball. All of these sports that we don't actually have an affinity with on a day-to-day basis, we become absorbed in it for 2 weeks of the year, 2 weeks of every 4 years.
Yeah, but well, it's just our psyche, isn't it? We're a sporting nation.
Yeah, we love it.
We love our sport.
Yeah,
and nothing better than the Olympic Games.
Look, let's go. Let's finish off on AFL footy because the Crows have obviously playing Brisbane this weekend. They need to win, and they will win. But what makes it intriguing now is they need to win by a margin. That's what it's going to get down to.
Well, exactly right. And interesting, is Sauce going to become fit?
Yeah, that's right.
If he doesn't,
but you don't risk him, you know. It's the same with Tex. We had no Tex last week also. I think the side's got enough depth to get through these sorts of games. But even last week when you were watching the live ladder against Essendon, that never really tickles my fancy. But to see them drop from 4th to 5th after Essendon kicked 3 goals, alarm bells start ringing.
Exactly.
You know, so, and if you look through the top 4 sides, they've all got similar runs home.
They have.
So it's going to get down to score on the board.
And how big will the showdown be in a couple of weeks' time?
Well, that is just another must-win for the Adelaide Crows. Yeah. It really is. And on local football, of course, it's going to get down to the wire as well. Sturda, top 3. Adelaide making a move. You know, Eagles are the team all of a sudden.
Bit of an upset, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
With the Blues.
Yeah.
Although Woodville's...
They're a good side.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a hard ground to play, isn't it?
It is. Well, she's a tough ground.
It is.
Especially when you're up against a good side.
But my mighty Panthers, they're
around the mark.
They're around the mark. Had a
If
good
you're
win
around
on
the
the
mark, you
weekend.
half a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that wraps up another weekend of, or another week of South Australian sports. We'll catch you next week, eh?
Will do, mate. All the best.
Well done, Craig Warman there, just finishing off on the SA Sports Show. Don't forget, we've got loads more with Olympic focus next week. Thanks for viewing us tonight, and we'll see you shortly on the SA Sports Show.